Supply Chain Finance at Vayana. With his rich background as an ex-banker, CKV brings both a deep understanding of the banking sector and sharp perspectives on the industry's evolving needs. He'll be guiding our discussion with key questions that address the heart of what banks are truly looking for in their technology and business service partnerships. We also have Aman Singla with us, who is the head of corporate coverage at Vayana. With that, let's begin our discussion.
Thank you, Akshaya, for setting the stage. And thank you, Amanji, for taking time off to come over and kind of spend some time with us and give your insights on the topic specifically is what banks are looking at when they work with partnerships. Now, having said that, I'd like to straight away deep dive into the first question, which is today the banking system has evolved so much that technology has moved in from in-house to outsourced technology and shift focus from in-house origination to business partnerships, all of that. In your view, why do you think this is very important for banks like yours to adopt these and work along with that?
Good morning, everyone. First of all, Akshay and Venkatesh, thank you for getting me over here, and thanks to the entire Vayana team. Just to set the context right. Just to set the context right, in terms of the vendor partner relationship with the banks, banking industry has been quite dynamic for quite some time now. But the pace of change and the pace of growth which has happened in the banking industry in the last 4 years, ever since COVID, has been quite significant, right? And it is very, very important for banks to be up the curve and also at the same time keep investing in solutions and customer experiences. Simply because there is a lot of competition in the market right now, and banks cannot do it alone, right? On top of it, there is a regulatory oversight where RBI has been looking at everything that you do with the retail lens. Plus, the customer expectations have gone up. So, to ensure that we are in the market and and we are relevant in the market, banks have to have a relationship with partners, partners like Vayana, to help them grow in the market and take on the competition. So when we look at partners, we start the relationship as a vendor initially, right? So there are a lot of steps which we look at when we want to onboard a vendor or a partner, right? It starts from an initial transaction level discussion, and then you move on to functional aspects, the commercial aspects, and then there are a lot of round of discussions, meetings, and during those kind of discussions and meetings, you tend to gauge each other in terms of your capabilities of the partner, in terms of your requirements, how well the partner is equipped to handle the future aspects of your business requirements. Is the partner investing themselves into future technologies or not? Is the partner has been part of the industry for quite some time? Do they have the relevant depth of knowledge and industry domain expertise with them? So these are very few initial parameters we look at, and then we also in terms of during discussion stage when you are working with them, it's very, very important as to how proactive they are, right? Whether they are willing to resolve their queries, whether they are willing to meet you n number of times to take the discussion forward. So once all that is there and you get a comfort on that piece, that is when you start building the relationship with the vendor, and they start becoming your partner. That is what we look at when we look at the partners to start with.
Thank you, Aman, for that very specific answer. Now, leading to the leading to Q from your answer, I'd like to today a lot of what do you call models are evolving, right, from SaaS, FX, etc. Now, obviously, there are many players in the market who offer different models. Now, how would you scalability is very critical factor in ensuring that these are worthwhile doing it, and also the business scales. Now, with regard to scalability, what are the things would you really look at when you are choosing a right partner?
Okay, so when we look at scalability, we have to also ensure that we are cost effective, right? We just can't keep scaling and not keep an eye on the cost, right? So as a bank, you will always like to be asset light, right? You don't want to invest upfront on the technology right upfront. You would like to use a vendor or a partner to come along with you and help you take care of that. So it is very, very important that the partner at whom we work with or onboard, right, is willing to invest and invest with the bank, and at the same time give bank a decent ROI, at the same time be agile, and also ensuring at the same time that the entire process of managing the solutions for the customers is effective and helps us build our competitive advantage in the market. So that is what we look at.
Sure. Thank you, Amanji. Now it's clear that vision and strategy have to go in hand along with technology. Now, having said that, you see a lot of innovations happening now in this sector, especially in the supply chain piece as well, right? Now, given that there are so many products getting evolved across, fintechs, across, areas, now how would you kind of really balance out between what is a need for the market and what is actually just kind of, product?
It's very interesting that we all would like to be innovative and seen ahead of the curve in terms of our technological advancement, in terms of the product proposition that we want to bring to the market. We have to also ensure as a bank that we are able to monetize that product proposition in the market, right? So it's good to have and need to have, important to have, right? So it's very, very critical as to we are able to differentiate between these three things, and at the same time we should be looked at as somebody who's innovative, flexible, and whatever products that we build are sustainable and scalable. If we are not able to do that, then it will just become a tick in the box, and that is of no use for anyone who's there in the market, right? Yeah. So at the same time, customer expectations are going up. We really can't, that is the only differentiator right now in the market. Products and proposition can be, replicated or copied in a very short span of time, but your customer service, meeting your customer expectations is very, very important. And to ensure that you keep meeting those customer expectations, you have to be consistent, and at the same time keep offering customers something new every time that you talk to them, right? So that is what we look at.
Great. Leading to this, the next question is, given that regulatory compliance is so tight now, what would you look at partners do to contribute in upholding these standards?
I think I have mentioned already earlier in the discussion that the regulatory oversight has actually increased by leaps and bounds. Compliance is, there is kind of zero and near to zero tolerance level for compliance not being adhered to, right? So it is very, very important that the partner whom we onboard is fully aware as to what is happening in the regulatory environment, right? Because we will also depend on them to give us advisors, guidance as to what is happening regulatorily in the market, what are the other banks doing, what is the regulator thinking about. So it is very, very important that the knowledge, the depth of knowledge and the domain expertise that the partner brings on the table with respect to product and the regulatory compliances is very, very important. So we have to be, in regular interaction with our partners to ensure that we do not err on the wrong side of a regulator and don't get caught napping on that side. Because these days the credibility of the bank and the reputational risk that the bank carries is very, very high. So we don't want to get caught on the wrong side of RBI on that side. So we would depend always on our partner to ensure that we are up the curve and cautious in terms of adhering to the regulatory requirements.
Thank you for that, Aman. My next leading question will be is, what major trends or technology would you see in the future in banking?
It's a very blue sky question, but frankly speaking, these key things keep evolving. What we were thinking about doing things before COVID, like we were taking everything for 2 years, 3 years, happen in 2 months or 2 weeks, right? So things evolve depending on the pace of technology and advancement. But as we speak today, I think service as a platform or a SaaS model is something which we can look at, where it also takes care of your cost parameters, because you don't have to upfront the cost, you don't have to load the cost upfront, right? You can pay as you use, right? Plus at the same time, we also value transparency, right? Security is going to be very, very important in terms of future technology advancement, because a data breach or a data security is a very important aspect of the business that we run. Blockchain is being a lot talked about, but I think it's still some long way to go before we actually start building on that and start seeing some, because all stakeholders have to come on the same page for a blockchain to kind of start showing results on the business side, right? So I think SaaS, which is cost effective, which is transparent, blockchain kind of thing which can look at it futuristically, I think these are very, very important, and obviously keep looking at solutions which are future ready. So I think that is we should be ready to ride the curve. We should not wait for anything to happen. We should be always keep innovating and investing ourselves in future technologies. So that is what we look at.
Okay. One last question before I let you go, Amanji, is typically what do technology or business partners overlook, which is very critical for a bank's functioning, or what is actually needed, but sometimes they tend to kind of let it go, and but you think that is very critical for your operations or this.
Venkatesh, I think the partners will overlook only if we let them overlook, right? So, as long as we are on the same page with respect to our partners and the plan, the step-by-step plan, the execution piece is agreed with them, I think go-to-market is very, very important as to how quickly we can be good in the market. And at the same time, we should be able to adapt ourselves to changing requirements in the market, customize the solutions to the customers, and be able to give them what they want. So I think go-to-market and customizable solutions, difficult to ensure, but that's the balance we need to maintain. I think that is what we want to be able to give to our customers.
Thank you so much, Amanji, for your time. I really appreciate your views, and I'm sure we will try and apply some of these wherever possible to make this partnership a very valuable one. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Vayana team. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amanji.
Sir, pleasure is all mine. I didn't look at my